Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with another short lesson. And this is going into these hacks, all right? Because the hacks are, first of all, it's Esau bringing his own kingdom down, okay? And then it's the Most High putting the Spirit on him to do that, making him think that, he's going to be able to restart or, what do they say, reset his new world order. All right, so this is Amos 8 and 10. And I will turn your feasts into mourning. All right? In other words, your happy time, your celebrations, okay? And all your songs into lamentation. You're going to be singing a sad song. All right? And I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins and baldness upon every head. This is sackcloth. When you put on sackcloth and ashes, okay, it's a sign that you're in mourning. And I will make it as the mourning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. So the time that we're coming upon right now, all right, is not going to be plentiful. It's not going to be happy. It's not going to be celebratory. All right, why? Because you're not going to have the things that they're shutting down right now. Meat, they're shutting down meat. They're shutting down gas. They're shutting down electricity. Okay? What else are they running a tax on right now? The money. Okay? So all they have to do is create a situation and say that, well, we got hacked. This industry got hacked. The fossil fuel industry got hacked. Or the train, the railway industry got hacked. So all they have to do is say that and make it be so. All right, so let's get one more and then let's get my invitations. So they're going to use this, they're going to use the hack as the new boogeyman. All right? This is Lamentations 5 and 15. The joy of our heart is ceased. Our dance is turned into mourning. Okay? And when it says our heart, the joy of our heart, meaning our outlook on life, the way we see things in our head, in our mind, right, is we're done for. Okay? Shit's fucked up out here. And our dance is turned into mourning. We're in that lamentation, right? Okay, so this is the time that we're in right now. All right, so let's watch this. This is Dabu 7:7, June 14th, which is today. Okay. The headline is Major Cyber Attacks on the Rise. Okay, cyber attacks, hacks, whatever you want to call it. News stations and law departments among the latest victims. So that means that they're going to, they're not going to respond to 911. All right? They're not going to give you what they want you to believe as the latest news, right? Misinformation, whatever they're doing. But we can get it, the men of the Lord are still going to be able to search out this truth and report, filtering it through the scriptures, right? And that's what we're doing right now. This guy, this Dabu, right, he comes up with some good information, and we share it. But he doesn't filter it through the scriptures. We do. All right? So that's taking it to the next level, so to speak. Right, let's watch this.
This is Dabu 7. As I stated before, these cyber attacks are picking up pace, but it looks like they're going to a new level. Now, a couple years ago, when this whole thing kind of started with targeting local hospitals.
So it's been going on for a while, and now the Most High is turning up the fire on the stove, and you got a frog sitting in some water. He doesn't even know it.
We could see that they were going for small-scale stuff, small-scale infrastructure. Then they started to up the ante, moving to city businesses, or basically federal governments or local governments inside of cities, using ransomware on them. Now,
ransomware, where they hold you hostage, basically, and say, okay, well, we're going to shut you down unless you pay us this amount of money. And they can say that about, any situation. They could just create any situation and hold the general public hostage, right? And that's what they're doing. And then because when you add it up, when you look really closely, what they're telling you doesn't even add up, all right?
As we've seen here within the past month or two, they upped that to target gas lines. And then even the biggest meat company out there. We saw this when they targeted Colonial Pipeline, and then hit the meat company, JBS, right after it. Now, in doing this, they're trying to do several different things here. One, get money through the ransom. Number two, is stealing credentials. Okay, so a lot of people think that when they're hacking into the computer systems that they're just wanting money in some cases, but in other cases that they're stealing information so they can sell it to get even more money.
Okay, and all of this is the result of Babylon falling. Okay, where these things used to be protected and invincible, invulnerable, right? Now, anybody could hop in there and do what they do, right? Or all you have to do is say that that's what happened as this thing comes crashing down, falling like lightning. Okay, that's what we're watching. We're watching Lucifer fall like lightning from heaven, all right?
Now, one of the most common ways that people can fall and be a victim to all this is to fall for their phishing scams. This happens simply through an email where they send an email to a business or to a person and they accidentally click on a link, or they purposely click on a link thinking that it's safe. And then it opens up malware, ransomware on their computer that they do not see at first until later. This in turn causes all the issues. Now, they go on to state here that just here recently, they have targeted the places that I just mentioned, but you may not have heard that at least 3 U.S. television stations have been hit. That's right, all owned by NBC News or Cox Media. They had also hacked into the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and also New York City officials confirmed this week that there was a hack that has gone down. The breach left lawyers unable to access documents, and also employees could not get personnel information. So it just continues. They are picking up pace. They're not stopping. And I feel like this is all going to come to a head here in a lights out situation down the road. And I can't stress enough, I hope folks have a plan. I'm going to break this down further on the live stream.
All right, so as you can see, things are spiraling out of control. And this thing right here about the law departments, all right, that's bringing in lawlessness. What does that mean? That means that you can rob, you can steal, right? With no consequence. And as for women being able to, you know, be protected as they have been, I think I saw a video not too long ago. Hey, you called 911. They said, nobody answered. So that day is here. Now shall she be trodden down like the mire of the street. We said this day was coming, and now here we are. All right. Let's get a few precepts. We'll go ahead and close it out. This is Zephaniah. Zephaniah 1 and 11. Howl, ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. They that bear silver are cut off. All right. Let's look at that. Wail, you who live in the market district, all your merchants will be wiped out. All who trade with silver will be destroyed. Well, they're launching these cyber attacks. How are you going to be wiped out? All they got to do is shut you down and demand all your money, and you'll be wiped out. Okay? It says, for all the traitors are no more. The merchants will be silenced. Lament, ye that inhabit the city that has been broken down. Okay? Everyone in Lower Hollow will mourn loudly because the merchant and money changers will be wiped out. All right, so this is what we see happening at this moment. Ecclesiastes 12 and 4. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right? Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail. Because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Hey, it's going to be jacked up out here. Okay? With no police. And the supply chain going down. Part of those hacks are, the supply chain, the containers, the shipping, They're doing that on purpose. This thing's it's getting serious out here. It's Jeremiah 7 and 34. Then will I cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. For the land shall be desolate. We're watching that. Okay, well, how are they going to do that? Well, these hacks, these cyber attacks. This is one of the ways that the Most High is bringing, he's laying the land low. Let's see this real quick. It's Jeremiah 25 and 10. Moreover, I will take from the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones, and the light of the candle. And this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment. People don't believe that this could happen. And these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 7 years. Okay, so, hey, this thing is going down. The king of Babylon is going down. All right? The Most High is making his move. Let's get one more. This is Ezekiel 7. It's Ezekiel 7 and 18. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. All right, the Most High is casting stumbling blocks out here with these hacks and cyber attacks. Matter of fact, that's the name of this lesson. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect were edified, and with that, until next time, shalom.